Well, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you had a good Christmas. Now, I'm about to show you a video clip that I took the other day. It was at Meechok. And at first, I thought they were a bunch of toys that I was looking at.
Because they looked like it.
They did look like toys. But no, it wasn't toys. It was something different. But this is the clip. Check it out. So today we're in the old city because my iPhone, of all things for me, the camera doesn't work, the video camera. Whenever I point it at something, it just shakes, but it
makes like a clicking noise.
And as you can imagine, I need my cameras, so we're getting that fixed. But
yeah, we're in city.
Yeah, we're in Old City, and we're at a place. I'm going to look at the sign. Banana. It sounds like banana.
Yeah.
But it's Ban, B-A-A-N-N-A. So we've never been here before. So we're gonna have lunch here. And here's a look at their menu. So let's take a look at the menu. So if you need to pause it at any time to read it in more detail, feel free. But they have your drinks, just so you got an idea of what those are. And then you've got your burgers, your sandwiches, so your Western types of food. Salads and steaks and spaghetti. Moving right along, they've got your Thai appetizers, and as we go along you'll see they have all the normal Thai food that you would expect to see, such as cow soy, chicken fried rice, and all that good stuff. There's the fried rice, there's the cow soy, pad Thai, and other Thai foods and noodle dishes. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what they have here. So the last I left you, I was looking for a dirt bike. Well, I found one. Now, I may not have been a genius in picking this one, so we went to all the places for a new motorcycle dirt bike for going out into the jungle to the Karen people.
On the dirt roads that are bumpy.
Right, and we went to the Kawasaki dealership. They said they no have. Then we went to the two different Yamaha dealerships, and neither of them had the Yamaha dirt bikes.
Right.
So I ended up trying to look for used ones, and I found junk. Well, I rolled the dice on one, you could say, wing and a prayer, and bought one from a guy that was 3 hours away without really looking at it.
Out in the jungle is where he lived.
So he delivered it. This is where I probably messed up, because I found out that this motorcycle was used as a rental for people, tourists wanting to go out into the jungle and ride a dirt bike. So I'm sure this was dropped 1,000 times, but anyway, so I bought it and I took it to a guy that was recommended online, had good reviews, and it was a family-owned business, mom and pop, and the man used to be legendary in the world of motocross, so that's kind of his thing. So I brought this there and asked him, told him the deal about me buying it, where it came from, and he's like, oh. So he took a look at it, and immediately he could see, you need this, and he repaired all that stuff. These are some of the things that needed repaired. So these are all the parts they pulled out. Needed a new sprocket, they put in new bulbs, they put on new chains. I'm not even sure what some of these do. This has something to do with that's the horn. This went to the cable, it was broken. This went to something, not sure what. They had filters they had to replace. They told me the bike was kind of a mess, but they got it all worked out for me. Another thing about the motorcycle is I also had to get the legalities of it done. So instead of me having to go to what we call the DMV, but here it's the Provincial Land Transport Office, is I paid where we got our car at Expat Auto. We went back over there and they handled all the paperwork for me to get the insurance, to get the taxes paid, to get the tags ordered. They did all, and the residence certificate.
Right.
So they did all that over at Expat Auto, which is nice because now whenever we buy motorcycles or other vehicles, even if we're not buying it through Expat Auto, we could still pay them a fee and they could take care of all that stuff.
Right, because we have to have a new license plate, because if it's not a Chiang Mai plate, if it's any other province, you have to have a new plate issued.
And
so there's all those intricacies they help you with that you don't have to worry about.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
And I took it out again to the Karen village. It was about 3 hours and 45 minutes because I had to go slower, because I had knobby tires on this thing. And to get to the jungle, you got to get on the super highways. So I'm on the super highways with knobby tires, which, as you can imagine, don't have the kind of grip on the road that street tires would have. So I had to drive an hour on the highways, then another hour on the windy road. Till I finally got to the dirt roads, which then that's where this thing shined. It was wonderful on the dirt roads. So we got out there to the Karen village, and I spent Christmas with the Karen people. So I was out there for all their church festivities, and I even got to play the drums. Here's a shot of me just with the drums before everyone got there. So that was kind of fun to play in the middle of the jungle. Another thing I was able to do out there in the Karen villages was distribute reading glasses. The first time I went out there, I noticed that none of the people had either distance glasses or reading glasses, and I asked if that was a need, and it was. So we made a big order for glasses and brought them out there, and that was a big hit with everyone.
It was glasses, case for them, and a cleaning cloth.
Right.
Each person that needed them got those.
Exactly. And Kendall.
And on Christmas Day, while Tony was out in the jungle with the Karen people, I went with some members of my church. We go to a church called Refuge Fellowship, and they were doing an outreach on Christmas Day to a school called School for Life, I believe is the name of it. It's east of the city, and it's a lot of orphans and people from other countries that maybe don't have papers. So it's a lot of different ages of children, young all the way up to teenagers. We were able to do some crafts, do a puppet show, do the nativity story of Jesus. It was awesome, and at the end the kids each got a backpack with some presents inside. Santa Claus came. It was an amazing experience. And I finally started using my oven. I decided to make Christmas cookies, made chocolate chip, peanut butter, snickerdoodles, gave some to our neighbors, took some to some church functions.
Gave them to anybody who would take them.
Yeah, they actually turned out really well. So
yeah, they did.
Learned how to bake in my little oven, and
I gained 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah. I just made some more chocolate chip cookies. They turned out so good. Our next door neighbor loves them, so I made a new batch yesterday.
So let me show you around this place called Banana. So as we were driving here to bring the phone to get fixed, we're driving around Old City, and everywhere you look you can tell they're tourists.
Yeah,
they're
foreign tourists.
Foreign tourists looking clueless. And I've been waiting for this. We saw our first tourist wearing his elephant pants.
With a fanny pack.
With a fanny pack. So I could check that off the list of things to see here. I've been dying to see this. So even though things are getting weird again with COVID and people coming in, as of right now, there's some tours. I won't say a lot of tours because I don't know what it's like when it's full steam. But for right now, there's more tourists than we've ever seen.
There are. Tomorrow we're heading to Old City for 2 nights for my birthday. My birthday's on New Year's Eve, so we decided to spend a couple of nights, and that way we can just walk around Old City and have a place to stay here.
She's Daddy's little tax deduction,
Yeah.
born the last day of the year.
Yep. So anyway, we're looking forward to that. So you'll have a video to see from our excursions that we do on my birthday weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna see what New Year's is like in Old City.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And please subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah.
And as we like to end our videos by saying thank you in Thai, Kap Kun Krap.